You know, the other day, Thursday, this is my blog talk radio show, by the way. Since I brought the blog talk radio show back, I've had nothing but, well, them fucking with me. They even tried to get me to miss my very first show so that they could use that as grounds to terminate my account because they had already got me when I shut down these shows. I told you people before. Okay, they had already given me a warning when I shut down my show the first time because I'd forgotten to fucking delete scheduled shows. Okay? They were hoping to get me on that day, and they didn't because I was on the switchboard and seeing what happened before my eyes, and I was there for the show. Pissed them off, okay? Well, so Thursday night, Kevin comes at me at a PM on Skype and says, "What happened to your show? Did you get booted?" And I says, "No." "Why?" And he says, "It's gone. We can't hear you. You just gone." And then, lo and behold, I guess my icon picture is supposed to be here along with the play button underneath my icon picture disappears off my page. Kevin tells me he refreshed his page, restarted his browser, and this is all it was. This is all it was. So he screen captured it. He showed it to me. I guess after he told me that my show was gone, no longer being aired, you know, people, I'm a smartass that way. I had to tell Kevin thank you, and I had to come up and thank Blog Talk publicly for doing so, because they are charging money to do so. So, since they're charging me money and taking money from me to do so, I thank them publicly, and upon doing so, shortly after I thank them publicly, suddenly my voice returns. Okay, so now we're live to be heard again. But the picture and the play button stayed gone for the rest of the show. Kevin showed people. So anybody showed up on my page late wouldn't have been able to access the show. They'd be, where the hell do you start the show? How do you listen to it? Because it's gone. The play button's gone. You know, so what can I say? Other than you're trying to shut people up. But you got to remember that Blog Talk Radio is owned by a criminal, a politician in the Pentagon. Who's the real terrorist for Memorial Day, people? Politicians, bankers, people inside the Pentagon, people up in the White House here in the United States are your real terrorists. The reason that this is going on Blog Talk and they're charging money to do this to people is because they are the real terrorists, as people's been trying to tell people, but people are too stupid to wake up. Okay? Then, about 4 days ago, the Pentagon's butt buddy, Google, you know, they're in bed together, they suck each other off every night. Okay? Their butt buddy, you know, because they followed the orders from Rothschild, you know, my good buddy over here, David. Okay? See, I done my radio show for about 2 years. And during that 2 years' time, I had lots and lots and lots of censorship happen to me, okay? I shut the show down in December. And when I shut the show down in December, the very first day the show didn't air no more, YouTube, their butt buddies over here, you know, because they're sucking each other, they did something they've never done for me in the entire time I've been using YouTube, that they've done for lots of people around me, just not me, and that was to give me unlimited minutes for my videos. I took that as a slap in the face. I didn't take that as thank you. I took that as a slap right across the face. A direct slap in the face, an insult. That's right, an insult. Because it takes me shutting the show down for them to give me something that Sheriff already gave me like they did everybody else a long time ago, right? But of course they hated me. They're trying to shut me up, so they're not about to give it to me, especially since they've got their good buddy David Rothschild's, you know what, in their mouth over there at Google, okay? And my good buddy David Rothschild, you need to understand, at one time on YouTube, about 5-6 years ago, whatever, well, I'll go back 5 years ago at least, okay? But 5-6 years ago, in and around that area, once upon a time, I brought TFL movement to existence on YouTube, as you all know. And when I brought the TFL movement to existence on YouTube, there was a man named Dwayne Holloway that came along with me. And you all know my story. But, see, the thing is when I first started TFL, True Force Loneliness, you could go to every search engine on the internet that you could think of, and you could punch in, right here, True Force Loneliness. And you could hit search, and it would show 0, non-existent. You'd have a page. You wouldn't have this page. You'd have a different page. No search results found. No search results found. No search results found. Because it didn't exist. Here I am, 5-6 years later. You punch in True Force Loneliness in any search engine you want. This is on the criminals over here that are censoring me. 4,360,000 search results. So I guess that's not too bad for somebody who don't know what they're doing, right, Smiley? For about a year and a half before the criminals over there at Google, they're in bed with people up at the Pentagon that are all sucking off the bankers for their own selfish interests, that are getting ready to die along with the rest of the people in this country and don't even know they are because they don't realize they're patsies because they think they're not when they are. But the truth of the matter is at one time, before these criminals forced YouTube to sell out, YouTube was not a censored entity. And I was getting influence and 10,000 views per video per every day for about a year and a half straight, and that's no lie. That's fact. Okay? Until after the sellout, the forcible sellout, that is, when you took the original owners of YouTube to court and forced them to sell, and the criminal Google got their hands on it. And this is how I met my good buddy David Baron Rothschild. Because he showed up at the Google's headquarters to spend his time going through YouTube, looking for people who was getting massive views. And at that time, I was one of them. That flagged me, and this is how I met my good buddy David Rothschild. Since that time, censorship has started, and it's gone viral across the entire internet. And you have people like David Baron Rothschild and Google over here to thank for that. Now, 4 days or so ago, since I started this backup, the radio show, 4 days or so ago, my numbers started being screwed with again. Now, my numbers was never honest to begin with. They haven't been honest for people for a long time. And I don't care what any of you say. I know for a fact that the numbers have not been honest for a long time. That's the one thing that fucking Google loves to do and the global elite love to do is change numbers. The numbers are lies and can't be believed. The views that are on my videos are lies, can't be believed. Because it's not truth. And all the time I've been doing this, there's one thing that's never happened. Never. That's happening right now. And it wouldn't happen anyhow, but it is happening. Why is it happening? Because you're talking about criminals. Isn't that right, Google? Isn't that right, Google? So your criminal employees takes a line number of 304 4 days ago and reduces it down to 277. Within 4 days, it goes from 304 to 277. That's not from people unsubscribing from me or that many accounts being closed in 1 week. So get off your fucking high horse, and I had to say that right off the bat because Dumb fucks like Smiling Skeptic and trolls will immediately try to grasp for that. Because they can't understand reality because it's above their IQ. Okay? And all the time I've been doing this does not happen. Generally, when you get subscribers, because the person likes your videos. Okay, some subscribers, though, however, are trolls who don't like you, who only subscribe to you because they're stalkers, like Smiling Skeptic. He clearly don't like me, don't agree with what I say, but he subscribes to me. The only reason he subscribes to me is so he can keep track of what I'm doing, because he's a stalker, he's a criminal. He would stalk a Smiling Skeptic's type of guy that would stalk a female in real life. He is a stalker. And he can say he's not till he's blue in the face, but proof is in the pudding. You don't subscribe to somebody you don't like, and you don't watch a TV show you don't like, you change the channel. They're not Smiling Skeptic. He watches the TV channel he don't like, and he stalks him by following him, by subbing to him. Isn't that right, Smiley? But just the same, the numbers have been reduced this week, and I'll guarantee it's not from people leaving. It's from YouTube changing the numbers because they're pissed because of this. Kevin's the one that captured this screenshot. I want to tell Kevin thank you, because I cannot go to my live page during the show without causing audio feedback. So I don't even leave my switchboard during the show. I stay on my switchboard. Kevin knows this, so Kevin was on my page listening to the show. He was not calling into the show. He was listening to the show live, so Kevin experienced the issues that Blog Talk's passing out. But I just wanted to point that out and tell you guys, thank you. Good work. I hope you enjoy your death. I hope you enjoy your wife's deaths, your children's deaths. And for you women over there in the Pentagon and up there on Google helping to do this, I hope you enjoy it when your children die and your mothers die. That's right, and your fathers die too. Because you are the one that's just as responsible as the rest of the criminals because of your selfishness and your non-ability to think about what you're doing and just following orders. You are helping to kill your very own family for these criminals, so these criminals at the top, like the Rothschilds, can have more. Because, see, they need more. And you need to die because you're in their way. But not yet, okay? You boys over there at Google, no, you can't die just yet. And the same with you people up there in the Pentagon. No, not just yet. They're not quite through with you. That's not how evil works. Evil is just like in the dating scene. When they're through using you, that's when they'll throw you away. And when they're through using you and you discover that I didn't lie and all these other people didn't lie and you're being thrown away, that's also when you'll find out that your families are dying and you're dying. And the reason it's happening, look in the mirror. You're the ones that helped them.